The British High Court has officially recognised a Sharia marriage and ruled on a divorce petition for a Muslim woman. We're always told by the left that Sharia courts and Sharia law simply can't be a problem in the UK because Sharia law isn't recognised by our own legal system. And, well, there lies the problem, doesn't it? The issue is that this is a parallel legal system. People use Sharia courts and Sharia councils to solve disputes. They help decide on probate matters and weddings and marriages, and they treat women like dirt, frankly. Sharia marriages and divorces are dealt with in these Sharia courts, and that's the problem, right? The problem is that it lives outside of our own legal system and means that people are being discriminated against outside of our own system, which is set up to protect people, including women. That's why it's a problem. But finally, the left has a reason to complain because the High Court, the British High Court, has deemed a Sharia marriage legitimate in the eyes of the law. So the left has spent all this time telling us that it's an issue because the law doesn't recognise it. Finally, it's recognised. So The Guardian reported on this story and they said, a High Court judge has decided that a couple's Islamic marriage falls within the scope of English matrimonial law in a ruling that could have implications for thousands of Muslims in the UK. Nazreen Akhtar wanted to divorce Mohammed Shabazz Khan, her husband of 20 years, but he blocked it, arguing that the couple were not married under English law. Akhtar and Khan underwent a religious marriage ceremony known as a nikah, conducted by an imam in 1998. And it went on. In a written ruling, Mr. Justice Williams, who heard the case in the Family Division of the High Court in London, concluded that the marriage fell within the scope of the 1973 Matrimonial Causes Act. He said the marriage was void under Section 11 of the Act because it was entered into in disregard of certain requirements as to the formation of marriage. It is therefore a void marriage and the wife is entitled to a decree of nullity. The British High Court has accepted a divorce petition for a Sharia marriage. That means that the British High Court has accepted the legitimacy, the legal legitimacy of a Sharia marriage in this country. Now, let me tell you what this means. Now, it means that a non-legal religious marriage from an alien religious and legal system has been accepted into our own man-made law in the West. Now, this alien marriage system, by the way, it's not like our own marriages. This is no Christian marriage. This is no legal marriage under British law. This is very, very different. It allows men, for instance, to marry more than one wife. That ain't legal here. It also allows a man to temporarily marry a woman and pay her for sex during the process, allows husbands to also to beat their wives, and in fact that's actively encouraged in their own religious text. And it also stops women from having any rights to assets during the marriage, and when they get divorced they get no assets from the marriage either, and good luck ever seeing their kids again. Now that this kind of marriage has been accepted into British law, or at least accepted by as legitimate by the British High Courts, isn't it time for the left to admit that there's a problem here? Because for as long as they've been telling us that Sharia isn't a problem because it's not recognised by our own law, they've been denying the real seriousness and the danger that women are put in under these marriages and under Sharia law. So now that it's been accepted, now that the British High Court has done this, it's time for the left to eat their own words and admit that this is a problem. And by the way, setting this precedent means that more than this is going to happen in the future. Sharia courts, Sharia law, Sharia marriages are going to become more commonplace and legally recognized, putting more and more women in danger. If you want to see more from me and the rest of the Rebel team, remember to like and subscribe.